for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think I'm probably like most Americans, and what we really want out of the air traffic control system is safety, safe operation. And Mr. Scoville, in your testimony, you stated that since 1958, the FAA has overseen the safe operation of the busiest and most complex air traffic system in the world. And you stated during your testimony that there have been no commercial aviation accidents over the past few years. Do you believe, sir, that the American-controlled airspace is the safest airspace in the world?
I haven't looked at all the others, sir, but I would say it's definitely safe. We're in the golden era of aviation safety right now.
Well, we're in the golden era, and I think, Mr. Rinaldi, you mentioned that we are the gold standard of air traffic control in the world. Did you not?
We are, sir. The largest, safest, most efficient.
And Mr. Brown, you fly you put in 500 hours a year minimum flight time, and you are strongly committed to the concept that our airspace is safe and that the operations that make it safe are up to par, and it's joyful to fly under that system.
I agree, and most pilots will tell you it's one of the most amazing experiences you can have, and it's something the government does extremely well.
Now, Mr. Poole, you would not disagree with that, would you?
No, I don't disagree at all.
We have a safe air traffic control system.
Right, but we're paying a price.
I'm going to get to that in a second. I mean, we're safe. And we've been safe since 1958 under FAA control, and the argument is being made that we need to change that. Mr. Brown, I think I heard from both you and Mr. Rinaldi the concept of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And Mr. Scoville, I heard you in terms of there have been some FAA reforms that have not achieved the expected outcomes in the areas of personnel acquisition and organizational reforms. But those failures don't lead you to the conclusion that the air traffic control system should be privatized, correct?
Not respectfully, I don't believe that's my call to make. The Congress and the administration are the policymakers, the decision makers. I'm trying to present information for your consideration in making those decisions.
Thank you. And Mr. Poole, you are an advocate for privatization. You are an advocate to turn the air traffic control system over to the free markets. Your website for the Reason Foundation states that the Reason Foundation is committed to advancing the values of individual freedom and choice, limited government, and market-friendly policies. So I'm assuming that you would be of the mind, as stated by the chair of the committee, that government is the problem and not the solution. And so, therefore, you want to take the federal government or the FAA out of this equation, which has been so safe for Americans
may I
since at least 1958. And Mrs. Robin, you agree with him, and you say that, first of all, the air traffic control system can be performed or can be run more effectively by a non-governmental entity. And you also say that government is poorly suited to run the air traffic control system, despite the comments that we've heard from Mr. Scoville, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Rinaldi, and the clear fact that we haven't had, I mean, our airspace is safe. But you say that
could I respond, please?
You say that it could be done better. Why do you say that?
Because if we wanted to have the safest system possible, we would keep...
We don't have it now?
would keep all
We don't
plane-
have the
if we wanted to
safest-
have a
we don't have the safest system
If you
now?
wanted to have perfect
Isn't it,
safety,
okay, well, let
you
me
would
ask
leave
you this question.
that-
Isn't it a fact
safe-
that we have the safest air traffic control system in the world right now?
We have a system that is operated and regulated by the same entity.
Isn't it a good one?
Isn't
it a good one, though?
The gentleman's
not-
time has
that
expired,
is-
but if the gentleman wishes to
We are
allow the witness
we are
answer,
not in
would you-
compliance.
would you
If-
hold-
if
Ms.
we
Robon,
wanted-
1 second.
Well-
Gentleman's time has expired. If you want, though, I'll allow her to finish answer a question or not. It's up to you.
Please respond.
Ms.
If
Robon.
we wanted to have zero accidents, we would have the air traffic control system keep all planes on the runway. You would have no planes in the air. That would guarantee perfect safety. It's obviously not what you want. You want a system that contributes to the economy while being safe. We
That's
have
not
a
the kind of
we
system
have-
that we
The
have.
agreement was gentleman's time has expired. Ms. Robon, thank you very much for answering.